Before the month of November finished, I had conquered the frightening underwater world that was Rapture, finished a fight with Master Chief, and outsmarted a crazy AI. In a year that was arguably one of the best in gaming, there was one more game that would end my year in a blaze of glory, and that game was Mass Effect 1. On November 20th, 2007, BioWare launched Mass Effect 1 into the gaming sphere. This was a year brimming with noteworthy events, a time when Apple's visionary CEO, Steve Jobs, revealed the groundbreaking iPhone seen here in front of the last audience where everyone pays attention without being distracted by their cell phones. It was also marked by weird events, like the Aqua Teen Hunger Force signs triggering bomb scares in Boston. And last but not least, 2007 witnessed the unraveling of Britney Spears' turbulent saga, from her abrupt stint in rehab to the infamous head shaving incident. But more importantly, 2007 was a year when developers successfully mastered the robust new hardware of the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. New franchises came out to play such as Assassin's Creed, The Witcher, and Uncharted. What truly elevated Mass Effect 1 for me was its unique blend of third-person shooter mechanics, intertwined with RPG elements, setting it apart from its contemporaries in 2007. It boasted features like robust character customization, offering the choice to create either a male or female Shepard. Just once I wanted to feel special and choose Fem Shep on my second playthrough, only to be catcalled by Harkin.
Hey there, sweetheart. You looking for some fun? Because I gotta say, that soldier getup looks real good on that body of yours.
Despite the game's clunky combat and the feeling like I was drunk trying to drive the Mako across planets, Mass Effect 1 for the most part was great due to its interactive storytelling and cinematic design. Among the game's standout features is the freedom to shape your character's moral compass, whether embodying a virtuous paragon,
some part of you must still realize this is wrong. You can fight this.
or a ruthless renegade.
Stay back or we'll shoot.
I just killed 50 bodyguards to get in here. What do you think I'll do to you?
Choices were a big deal in this game, and boy did you have to make some choices. For example, who could forget the run-in with the Queen of the Rachni Novaria, where you could either spare her life and give the Rachni a chance to lead new lives, or decide to kill her, causing the genocide of the Rachni. Another tough decision was to either let your squad mate Rex live or die, when he became angry that Shepard was willing to destroy the facility where Saren created a cure for the genophage. Another really tough decision for me was leaving behind either Ashley or Kaidan on Vermeer. Shepard runs out of time and you're forced to choose one or the other. I thought long and hard about this, but then I remembered.
Oh, before I go, we saw Kaidan in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Yeah, I can't risk it. Kaidan's got to go. Another thing I definitely had a tough time deciding was who to romance. If you're a male Shepard, you could either choose between Ashley or Liara.
Why do I have to make a choice? Maybe the three of us could,
And if you played as female Shepard, you could either choose between Liara or Kaidan, making you question your sexuality. One thing's for sure, I definitely remember the controversy it stirred on the news.
Mass Effect is what it's called. It's made for Microsoft's Xbox system, and it features in some parts of this, you'll see full digital nudity. Imagine.
Boy, are they in for a surprise with the first iPhone being released that same year, a device that will be used mainly for porn later on. Ultimately, it's these choices that deeply immerse you in the character's experiences, fostering a profound emotional connection and empowering you to shape the game world with your own voice. What truly distinguished Mass Effect 1 was not only its gameplay mechanics, but the richly crafted universe it unveiled before us. Foremost among its marvels were the diverse alien races we encountered, each adding depth and intrigue to the game's tapestry. Among the prominent figures were the Solarians, renowned for their brief yet intellectually intense lives. Then there are the Turians, who had militaristic prowess and disciplined resolve, earning their esteemed place as the third pillar of the Citadel Council. And who could forget the Asari, renowned for their charm, diplomatic mastery, and unmatched biotic abilities. Also, they're explained to be monogendered by Liara, but then described as females in the Codex, so I'll just go with the sexy blue aliens. Of course, the galaxy teems with a plethora of other fascinating species, all meticulously cataloged in the exhaustive Codex, which was way too much for me to read. If you don't already know, Commander Shepard is a seasoned soldier within the system's Alliance Navy and holds the rank of Lieutenant Commander aboard the SSV Normandy SR-1, answering to the esteemed Captain Anderson. Engaged in what initially appears to be a routine assignment, Shepard soon discovers that their mission on Eden Prime is far from ordinary. In fact, Captain Anderson reveals their task with securing the Prothean beacon. It's also revealed that Nihilus, a Turian Spectre, is there to evaluate Shepard's performance in terms of the Commander Spectre potential. Along for the ride is Kaidan Alenko, entrusted with the role of staff lieutenant and commanding the ship's marine detail. When I first played the game, I found out I was younger than Kaidan, who was 32. I remember thinking, man, these guys are so badass. And now, in 2024, I'm much older than Kaidan, thinking, where did I go wrong in my life? Also tagging along is Jenkins, a marine whose main job is to get killed almost immediately in the beginning of the first mission. Along our path, Commander Shepard and Kaidan cross paths with Chief Gunnery Ashley Williams, a member of the 2nd Frontier Division stationed on Ida Prime. Ashley gets a bad rep of being called a racist, even though she isn't really at the end of the day. She's also religious, which isn't my thing, but hey, she's hot so she gets a pass. Anyways, I just want to add that Nihilus is so badass and I can't wait to see him work with Shepard throughout the game. Son of a bitch. Tragically, Nihilus falls victim to a cold-blooded murder orchestrated by the merciless Turian inspector Saren, who is revealed to be the big bad boss of the story, if you can't already tell from his killer character design. Shepard receives grim news of Nihilus's demise from a dock worker, shedding light on Saren's devious act. As the team delves deeper, they uncover Saren's sinister alliance with the Geth and his nefarious plot to annihilate the colony. Fortunately, Shepard thwarts the impending catastrophe, preventing the colony's destruction. He comes across the Prothean beacon and goes on a crazy trip, seeing a whole bunch of different visions. However, the beacon explodes and Shepard is knocked unconscious. With Nihilus dead and the beacon destroyed, things aren't looking good for our dear friend Commander Shepard. They go to report what happened at Eden Prime to the Council, but they ain't having any of it. The Council didn't believe a word unless they had proof to back up their claims. In order to take down Saren, Shepard was going to need irrefutable proof of Saren's involvement with the Geth. Shepard recruits 4 invaluable alien allies crucial to the pursuit of Saren. First among them is Garrus, who works at CSEC and becomes your BFF throughout the series. The next is Rex, a Krogan warrior who's going to give you a series of problems we'll have to deal with later on. There's also Tali, the Quarian whose invaluable evidence reveals the depths of Saren's treachery. And last but not least is Dr. Liara T'Soni, who is an expert on the Protheans, and it turns out her mother is Matriarch Benenzia, who Saren allies himself with for reasons. After obtaining proof of Saren's betrayal of the Council, they make Shepard into the first human Spectre and send him on a mission to bring Saren in. Shepard's mission takes him across multiple worlds where he encounters a Thorian, a plant-like entity that's able to control minds, and Matriarch Benenzia, Saren's second in command. Eventually, both would be killed off. It wasn't until Vermeer where I learned Sovereign just wasn't a ship, but an actual Reaper, which to me at the time was like, damn, how am I gonna fight that? Honestly, I didn't see that one coming. It's also here we find out that Saren wasn't the one indoctrinating everyone. In fact, it was Sovereign that was doing all the indoctrinations. Commander Shepard and team plan to destroy the facility with the nuke. The nuke goes off, but Saren is able to get away. We end up chasing Saren to a planet called Ilos, where he's looking for something called the Conduit. It turns out that the Conduit is actually a backdoor onto the Citadel, which is actually an enormous mass relay. We find this out due to Vigil, a Prothean virtual intelligence that helps Commander Shepard understand the fate of the Prothean civilization and the truth behind the Reapers. It turns out that the Reapers are a highly advanced machine race of synthetic organic starships. They reside in dark space where they hibernate, dormant for 50,000 years at a time before returning to the galaxy. Shepard finds out that Saren intends to give control to Sovereign to bring in the rest of the Reapers. Shepard passes through the Conduit to the Citadel under siege. Fighting my way to Saren on the Citadel was probably one of the most epic parts of the game for me. What was once a peaceful place was now a horrible battleground. Shepard is able to catch up to Saren, who confides in him, revealing the torment of being manipulated by Sovereign and grappling with the insidious concept of indoctrination. Shepard challenges Saren's resignation, highlighting the lingering sense of right within him and the possibility of resistance against the Reapers. Stirred by Shepard's words, Saren confronts the weight of his misdeeds and entertains the prospect of redemption. Refusing to fully surrender to Sovereign's influence, he exercises his last vestige of free will by opting to end his own life. With Saren's passing, Shepard and crew are able to stop Sovereign, stalling the Reaper invasion. With it being known who the true enemy is, Shepard becomes determined to stop the Reaper threat and save the galaxy no matter the cost. Mass Effect 1 captured the hearts of gamers and critics alike, laying the groundwork for what would become one of the most beloved franchises in gaming history. Its legacy lives on not only in the sequels and spin-offs that follow, but also in the vibrant community of fans who continue to celebrate its rich storytelling, memorable characters, and immersive world building. As we look back on Mass Effect Effect 1, we are reminded of the power of storytelling to inspire, to provoke thought, and to transport us to worlds beyond our wildest imagination. It's a testament to the enduring impact of video games as an art form, one that continues to shape our lives and ignite our imaginations long after the credits have rolled. So, as we eagerly await the next chapter in the Mass Effect saga, let us cherish the memories and experiences that Mass Effect 1 has bestowed upon us. For in a galaxy filled with endless possibilities, the journey has only just begun. Anyways, if you felt bad for Saren in Mass Effect 1 like I did, check out my In Defense of Saren video right here. I'll see you in that video.